Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design with another Bustober, and it is the last one I'm doing, and the last prompt is number 31, Haunted. And as probably none of you know, he did make a short film called The Haunted House. So there's, ghosts in it and, spooky things. But I went another direction. He plays a bank teller, cashier, whatever his title was, in it in the beginning before it gets haunted. And these are not the best quality pictures, but it just so happens these two are two of my favorite expressions of Buster, and they're both in the same film. So that's why I pulled it. This is just a screenshot, which is not too great. This I did find on the internet, but it could be a screenshot too. So the quality could be better, but that's what I got. And I have no idea, as I usually say, what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if I'm even going to cut them out or leave them. But anyway, this is like about the last page in this book. And call me silly, but I think it's a little busy. So, of course, I'm going to gesso it down. So that's step number 1. So I will be back, I don't know, probably, later today or something, because I'm going to have to do minimum 3 coats on this, maybe 4. So there we are. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, 5 coats and a lot of searching later. Here we are. You can still see through it, but it's good enough because I'm going to put a lot of stuff on it. So I cut this picture completely out, which is fine. I cut this one completely out and didn't like it, so I reprinted it. So that's that. I decided what I think we're going to go with here, as long as I have 2 pictures of Buster, is more just like collage. Just putting a bunch of stuff down. I mean, in somewhat of a, meaningful order, but just kind of paper stuff, not so much paint and that kind of thing. So, and if you've never seen this movie, most of this is not going to make sense to you, but that's beside the point. So I've got play money, which, it's supposed to be real money, but money does play a part in this movie. And a staircase plays a big part in this movie. And I went through about 6 decorating magazines I have, and this was the best staircase I could find. I could not believe. I wanted one, dead on, looking at it, going up. I can find one. There was one kind of ornate, curved cement thing, but that's not right either. There is a railing in the movie, a horizontal railing on the 2nd floor that really looks nothing like this, but that kind of pertains, but that's the best I could come up with. And then glue has to do with this movie too. Yeah, am I piquing your curiosity? You want to go watch this movie now? And naturally, this is a glue stick pack. When you pull the things off, the blister pack off, it takes off the word glue. So that's the best I could do with that too. So this is turning into, that's the best I could do. I was happy I found the play money. Yeah, I couldn't find that for a few minutes. So I think, this is all about, I couldn't find it, or it's not what I want. So I don't know. We don't need a teacher on there. You can't see the word glue. I was even thinking could just cut out Elmer's even. Would be kind of funny, maybe. Maybe I'll just do this for the time being. And ghosts, you may recall, it's called The Haunted House. There are ghosts in it. So this is scrapbook paper. I thought would be good enough. And they are kind of cute and friendly, like, because this is a comedy. It's not a big horror movie or anything. So that's where we are. And I don't know, now that the background is white, do I even want that? Do I want to, paint a color back there or something? We'll see. And I don't know that I'm going to put a word. There was, haunted is right on here. Well, is there too. I could put that on somewhere, since that is the prompt, and you know, in the title of the film. Yeah, this movie is kind of all over the place. Yeah, it's, you know, in a bank. Well, I shouldn't say it's all over the place. It has lots of different... It's got ghosts, it's got counterfeiters, it has stage players, it's... Yeah, but it's good. It's got a lot of spooky gags. And it's funny. On top of everything else, it's funny. Well, I don't want to repeat my ghosts, so maybe a sideways one. Yeah, this is kind of neat. Once in a while you hit on a scrapbook paper that it is glittered, if you can tell. But it's sort of sealed or something. It does not come off at all. It's coated. Now that I can live with. Glitter that comes off, no. Did you ever get a Christmas card in the mail and you can tell by the envelope it's all glittery inside? It's like, and I dropped my ghost making this dumb comment. I can't find it. Here. That's what I get for criticizing glittery Christmas cards, because I mean, they're really pretty. I like the look, but I don't like glitter all over the place and on my fingers and oh no, there's glitter in there. And actually, I think I have sent a couple glitter postcards in my life, or Christmas cards, I mean, but not overly glittery. I didn't cut this off very well. Okay, I made this a point in another video. When you have a dark edge, it's, to me anyway, it's a lot harder to cut out than a lighter edge. And I don't know, it has something to do with the reflection in the scissors or something. I don't know, but it's always harder and it never looks that great when I do it. It's kind of fun, but it could use something else. I don't know, the background, you know, do we want it white? Or worry about that after the fact? Like, should we just glue down or something and then worry about that? I should go watch that movie and see what else is in it that I'm missing. Well, I know there's other things. There's a devil. I don't really want that. There's, what? Policeman. I don't really want that. Bank safe. No. And what does he have on his hands, you're probably saying? Those are the interiors of trousers pockets. And I'll leave it at that. You can try to guess what why he's doing that. Well, should we glue down and then take it from there? I suppose. You got to start somewhere, right? All right, I'll pause. No one wants to watch me glue, even though it's funny to watch Buster play with glue. Not Diane. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, it's mostly glued down. I should say the background's glued down, not accessories. And I forgot, there's a couple skeletons in it too. So that's something. So I think this is okay. And I'm gonna glue. I did cut out Haunted. But yeah, the background is not thrilling me. Because it shouldn't. Because it's just white. So I don't know if I want to, I was thinking just even doodle, like some swirls or I don't know. What would you do? I could paint, I could rubber stamp, I could leave it alone. I don't think I really want more things, you know, as ghosts or whatever. I think this is fine with that kind of stuff. Could even do something on the border and then see if that's enough. Yeah, this is not the address of the haunted house, but it's an address in the movie that actually it's not that pertinent, but it was in there, so I'm putting it in here. And this is a scrapbook paper image. You know, gotta put that in, right? Although the house looked nothing like that. Well, of course, now I got that kind of off. Well, it's just got to go there. And actually, there really weren't bats in it, but as long as there were bats in that paper, I kept them and then cut out one that was above. Yeah, how could a haunted house not have bats, right? Okay, Mr. Elmer hides a, you know, kind of awkward negative space there. The ghost still isn't cut out that well. Better. Well, maybe I can get this video up on Halloween. What do you think of that? Or what are the chances of that? How about we'll say that? We'll say it that way. Oh, I want it up here more. Well, I guess there. Yeah, and actually this might be the last page in this book. So if I feel a need for another one, I think I'm just going to buy a sketchbook and have white paper to start with. Although it's fun, there, you know, there can be advantages to colors and patterns and stuff. Sometimes it's fun. Well, did I say this was scrapbook paper? This was scrapbook paper too. Actually, very old scrapbook paper. Okay. Well, that's fun. And I mean, you know, really, if you were just a glue person, a smash person, that's fine. That could be done. But, Diane thinks it needs something. But she doesn't know what. Well, a border would definitely do something. What about even purple? That might be kind of fun. And ask me if I have a purple marker handy. I don't know. Oh yeah, there is purple in here. Let's see what color it is though. Or shade. We know it's purple. Actually, that's okay. It's fine. Well, let's just border it. Just straight border it and see what that does. That's not going to hurt anything. Get the glue cover back on there. There was, you can still sort of see it, dotted border, and then there was kind of another one here and a little more of an ornate one there. And when I was gessoing, I kind of started leaving them because I thought that was kind of cool. You could still see it, but I figured it's going to get covered over, and then I started slopping over with the gesso, and it was like, forget it. So much for the border. Okay, last side. I'm running out of room. I gotta back up. I'm in the next room. Hang on. Alright, just a sec. The book is falling off. Yeah, I mean, as cool as it is to have a book when you're done, and I really do like that, you know, let's be honest, it's harder to work in that than just a piece of paper or a board. It's more challenging. All right, let me tidy the corner here. Okay, well, that's better, but it still doesn't really solve this business. Well, I think Diane needs time to think because I don't know. Let me pause, come up with some brilliant idea, and I will be back. Okay, one, I would call it a brilliant idea, but I just dotted around the border, and oh, there's some smeared. Anyway, I dotted around the border. I thought that added a little. And then the next, you know, brilliant idea is just this stamp. I thought it kind of, because the haunted house part is kind of, you know, as you may gather, sort of, you know, surreal and weird. And so I thought, what about a few of those around in the background? Except since I already have foreground stuff, I can't make sure I don't, you know, stamp on that. Yeah, actually, that's kind of fun. I don't know if it's enough. Here, we're going to need a couple of them. And up here. Yeah, it's come to my attention recently that when I do stuff like this, I space them out. I don't really cluster anything. So is that okay? Is it, I don't know, is it, I don't want to say bad, but I should cluster sometimes. It totally depends on the individual situation. I don't know. And why do I do it that way? I don't know. Is it a little more, you know, regimented or, you know, linear, how my brain likes things, I guess? I think we can go over on this because it's an awful lot of nothingness there. All right, let me touch up the few that, you know, need touching up. Let's see. Let me grab cheers. I admit it, really little stuff is really little. All right, can I gripe about that? This is definitely a sign of getting older. You know, you can't read the instructions on food packages. But all these manufacturers think anybody that cooks is under 30 years old. I don't. because we're not. And even if I was under 30 years old, some of it, like, what kind of structures printed on clear plastic? You can't read that. Anyway, what does that have to do with this, Diane? Nothing. Just the way my mind wandered. All right, now what do we think? Well, it's definitely filled up. Is it just, fine? Let me hold it up to Diane. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. Maybe to me, there just is not. I mean, obviously there isn't a lot of color, and this is the only real bold color. So if maybe we scattered that around in just the form of some dots, it's the same thing. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Is that helping? Do you see my point? Yeah, we see your point, Diane, but you're boring us with these little orange dots. Okay, that's better. That's getting there. But it's still, I don't know if it's all it needs. Wonky dot. You're gonna make like, I don't know what it is. It's, you get your dots off, so you gotta make it a little bigger so it it evens up, and it's too big. Okay, definitely better to me anyway. Maybe we need a swirly thing down there, or no, because it's so far down there, nobody knows, nobody can see it. And yeah, it's a very gray, drab, drear manner kind of day out there today, so sorry if my lighting isn't too good. Alright, you know what I think? I think we need orange on this really outside-y little border. I guess I should use the same marker, but I know it's going to have it, because it's not that wide, so I'm going to have to kind of color it in. So let me do a little bit, and then maybe I'll go off camera so you don't have to sit through coloring. All right, what do you think? Better? It's brighter. All right, I'm going to pause and do that and come back. Okay, gang, I think I'm done. I think the border was enough. I think it's adequate. There isn't a whole lot of room to put anything else on anyway. You look at it that way. But I like it. I did add a couple more dots. A couple on the money there. One up there. But yeah, I added a few more dots. But just colored the border and that's it. So I think that's done. Let me date it. Yeah, what year is this thing? Okay, gang. That's prompt number 31 for Bustober Haunted, and that's the last one I'm doing. It's the last prompt, the last one I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed these, and even if you're not a Buster fan, maybe you could take away a few art tips, a few collage type tips, or a little inspiration. So there you go. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day out there.